What up? It's your girl Shay J, owner and operator of Sitting with Shay J on 9 News, as well as senior communications and strategist at Project Voice. My passion comes from someone doing it for me. I remember being a young girl and always aspiring, like I knew that I wanted to be a part of this industry that was hustle, bustle. I didn't know exactly what that meant, but I would always cling to people that were doing things, that were out in the community. And when they would take to me and give a little bit about that love back, give a little bit of encouragement, empowerment, it made me feel invincible. I was like, oh, I can do anything. And then I realized I couldn't really sing, so I couldn't be a singer. So I guess I couldn't do anything, but it really made me feel like that. And community took care of me at a young age, and that just really ignited me to take care of community now. I've been really passionate about understanding if you can use your voice, you can probably understand where you belong in community. And so I go and I talk to people at schools, I go and I do programs that are about motivational speaking and how do you make sure you're using your voice to amplify who you are and then to make sure you're bringing value to your community. And that's a really big part of everything I do is like, I want to help the marginalized voice have a place. I feel like young Black men are really facing the challenge in community of not having the access, right? They lack the access to mentorship, to opportunities. And when you don't see someone doing what you deem great, then you usually go in different directions that may not be as great. And so I really feel like once we give exposure to say, hey, if I can do it, you can do it, you create a whole different world from someone. You create vision for someone. And that's why it's so important for me to have shows like Sitting with Shay J that even though it's a national platform, it's for my community. It's for them to hear their voice, to find their voice, and to share their story. I believe everyone has a story that's worth telling. My brother's keeper, anything that's doing this type of work, it's absolutely vital to the success of our young Black and brown men. Like, it just has to happen. When you have men like Dedrick that take hold of youth and show them like, hey, we can just talk about it. We can make this cool. We can make this something that I'm gonna meet you where you're at. You can change the trajectory of someone's life. What keeps me grounded is hearing someone else say, because of you, I did. Because of you, I know I can. Because of you, it's that glimpse of like, those hard days are worth it. Those sleepless nights are worth it. Those times where I wanted to give up but didn't, it's worth it. It reminds me that it's not about me. Like, I'm doing this for something so much greater than me. And my impact means someone else is gonna impact someone else just because I did it. And that for me is enough to say, I have to. I'm accountable to this. I wasn't given this purpose for no reason, and I feel accountable to live out this purpose in order for someone else to be better. And it really keeps me going, and it keeps me grounded because, like you said, it's not easy. And I want to give up a lot of times, but I just know that there's someone looking at me and taking account that I don't even know is watching. And sometimes we just get those little reminders of thank you or, oh my God, I saw you on TV. I didn't know and I didn't believe. And it lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. And collaboration is at the helm of every single thing I do. I don't believe in being siloed. I tell people all the time, if you wanna go fast, go alone. But if you wanna go far, grab somebody. And that's not just a quote, but that's something I live by because I understand that I can't do it all by myself, right? There's something that I can give somebody else that may be a part of what they need. But then if I get and I'm like, oh, hey, now you wanna go and be behind AJ and learn this and this, that's that other part that they need. And it connects the dots. And so that's why I'm always in collaboration, whether it's community, whether it's organizations, whether it's individual entrepreneurs that are working on things, because I believe that we all have a part of this puzzle that brings the full picture to life. And we have to collaborate in order to really be contributors of community. We have to, it's pivotal. I want people to know that I have this quote that I live by. It's the best project you'll always work on is you, so do it intentionally. And some people are like, oh, that's such a cute quote. And it's like, no. It's actually a call to action. Self-improvement is a call to action. Being intentional about working on yourself and pulling yourself to new spaces, it has to be an intentional endeavor. And I feel like the more we work on ourselves, the more we're better to help someone else work on them. And sometimes people feel like mentorship, you have to go and do all this, juggling and, all these big things. But sometimes it's just showing up as the best version of yourself will inspire someone else to do the work. And I'm always doing the work and always trying to figure out like what's next. And there's always room to grow. There's always room to improve. And so if anyone takes anything from me, it's continue growing, continue seeking new ways to be a better version of you, and continue showing up, because you never know who's watching. You never know who you're encouraging. And this is what community looks like. And when we do this, we empower our entire community and we move them forward because they're able to see, and representation absolutely matters.